Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Magdalena Grace here. I'm so excited. I am live streaming on both of my channels, Healthy and Wealthy and Wise and Liberating Your Soul. I won't always do that. This is just a gentle reminder to go subscribe over to youtube.com/liberating your soul. You can also go to magdalenagrace.com. I do, however, really love and appreciate my over 2,000 subscribers on Healthy and Wealthy and Wise. You've been with me for so long, and I'm so grateful. And honestly, today's talk, brief conversation, by the way, about health, wealth, and wisdom, and really how do you alchemize and work with these foggy, exhausting eclipse energies in Pisces, especially today. This full moon, at the time of this recording, is the 27th. The full moon is tonight, 9:30-ish p.m. Pacific time, 10:30 Mountain, 11:30 Central, and taps into the 28th on the East Coast and beyond. So this is a very, very, very crazy eclipse. It's very intense. I know yesterday I was feeling it. I couldn't work. I had to stop working at 2:00 and maybe mustered up a couple email responses, but then I was like, I'm done. I'm put a fork in me. I'm cooked. Not only because it's hotter than hell, as you can see, I'm not wearing a whole lot of clothing. I'm back in Southern California and it's super hot, triple digits. It's one of those things where if you're not aware, you might think you're sick. You might think this, and it's Virgo season too, right? So you're like, gosh, I'm so lazy, blah, 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 blah. So I want to reassure you that what's happening right now is quote unquote normal. And I want to give you some really quick tips on how to leverage and be cleared of the fog. I'm going to ask you some questions. So grab a notebook and we'll talk about what's next. Like this full moon and this eclipse season, this portal that we've been in for the past 2 weeks, where there's been 3 sudden deaths since the last eclipse on the 12th. I've been eclipsed from my home. I'm moving in September, and I was planning on it anyway. I was planning on being a full-time nomad. It looks a little bit different. Sudden changes, sudden death, sudden things being eclipsed into your life. Maybe you've been dreaming wild and crazy dreams. This is all part of what this season can bring. So grab your notebook. And of course, if you like this content, please subscribe, hit the share button, notification bell. And again, I'm on 2 channels now, Healthy and Wealthy and Wise and Liberating Your Soul. And so I'm really excited about that. So if you also have questions, feel free to comment below. I check the comments Monday through Friday, once a day, typically. And so I'm happy to field your questions and see, witness what you're declaring. So with the Pisces full moon, this is all about the shadow of Pisces is brain fog, exhaustion, feeling lazy, not motivated. Typically, it's very bypassing. A lot of people who are addicted to cannabis, alcohol, I've had my own journey with that, drugs of any kind, even if they say they're a plant medicine person, but they're always sitting with the medicine looking for the answers. That's basically an addiction. I'm just going to call it for what it is. It's not embodying, living out in this 3D world. It's more some a day, and living more in what some of us would call the 5D, which it's not grounded, it's not embodied. However, the cool positive of Pisces is spirituality, shadow turned into light, being able to have a deep sense of divinity within and connection to the multidimensional realms without always escapism. Pisces, escapism, addiction, self-sabotage, and staying in the victim consciousness. Piscean age, martyrdom, that was Christ killed, right? On the cross. And a lot of victim consciousness is what we've been purging as a society, as a planet. And so some people, though, are so stuck in the lower vibrational victim energies that they don't know how to raise up. And Virgo, let me tell you, I'm actually a triple Virgo, Sun, Rising, and Mercury. We have a Mercury Kazemi today as well in Virgo. Mercury is the Lord of the sign of Virgo, and that's what we're in right now. School is back in session. Why does school start in Virgo season? Because it's a time to ground. It's a time to harvest. The farmers are out there reaping a bountiful harvest of what they sowed 6 months ago. So this eclipse season, what happened 6 months ago? What happened 12 months ago? What happened 24 months ago in the September of 2024? That was when the eclipse, same one, Virgo Pisces, took off the fog, the rose-colored glasses, which is also bypassing Pisces energy, by the way, just only seeing the good in people, positive toxicity. I opened my third eye during a Pisces Virgo season. So a great day to meditate, a great day to sit with, a yoga practice. I'm doing my Kundalini yoga tonight. It's a great day to meditate and set some clarity around what you're releasing and what you're wanting to call in. So what do you want in your life? Embodied life, not the dreamy someday out there life. What are you willing to let go of on this full moon? Self-sabotaging, limiting beliefs, addictions, just toxic relationships. This is closing out a 2-year cycle, but it's also closing out an 18-year cycle back in 2008 during the Great Recession. So there's a lot of fear and scarcity and instability and insecurity that you can also let go of and alchemize, turning lead into gold, turning a fear into love. I have myself still the gifts of divorce. I've still had to look in the mirror and see my negativity and some of my victim blaming this week. I have let so much of that shit go. I feel renewed, revitalized, and game on like Donkey Kong. Let's go. Let's go. Let's move forward in life and don't carry that big backpack. Kids are going back to school, so they're carrying a backpack. I'm here to help you as your professor to help you let that backpack go and or lighten it. What or whose other stuff are you carrying? Maybe projections from family of origin, maybe a toxic ex. You are the creator of your life, your reality, your 3D, and honestly, your 5D. To let that go. So I'm going to invite you, again, this is going to be less than 15 minutes. So if you're serious about leveraging the power of this eclipse, well, 2 things. Number 1, sign up for my full moon eclipse planning class, masterclass that I did this morning. The replay is still up till noon, Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific time. So you can, for $11, and I'm sorry if you think $11 too much, you actually need this class more than you know, because it's going to help you with fear, scarcity, lack, and clear the fog. Because a lot of times when we don't commit to something, it's because we're in chaos, we're in confusion, and that's it. It's not easy to get out of that without help. So sign up and I'll email you the replay, and you can have that until Saturday at noon Pacific time to take a deep dive for 75 minutes with me and other people to clear the fog and create. Okay. So I'm going to give you a sample of that right now. So even if you don't sign up for the class, if you don't read my Substack article, you get to have this experience with me right now. And I'm so grateful. So thank you for joining on the live. I just want to give you a shout out. If you want to comment below #live where you're tuning in from. But now I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. Hopefully you're not driving. So go ahead and close your eyes, drop in, take a nice deep inhale into the belly, and sigh it out. Go ahead and inhale deep. And sigh it out. And just go on a little bit of a journey with me. Dropping in. You can always catch this on the replay if you're in the middle of something. I just want you to be grounded. Again, Virgo. And ask yourself, you can even say this out loud, where do I want clarity in my life? Is it health, wealth, relationships? Where do I want clarity in my life? What do I most need to see clearly right now? Is there an uncertain relationship? Is there confusion in your career or finances, in your health? What do I most need to see clearly right now? There's the confusion, the chaos, the fog. Next is, what truth would change everything if I allowed myself to fully acknowledge it? What truth would change everything if I allowed myself to fully acknowledge it? Hello. We're eyes closed if you're just joining me. So I'm not going to acknowledge you until we're done. What decision have I been postponing? What decision have I been postponing in my life? And if anything comes up, breathe through it. Inhale and breathe. What information, conversation, or boundary would bring greater clarity? What information, conversation, or boundary would bring greater clarity? See what bubbles up for you. You can always listen to this again. What is mine to carry and what is not mine to carry? What is mine? Mental thoughts, emotions, feelings, self-sabotaging, limiting beliefs, and what is not mine to carry? Maybe it came from a mom, a dad, a partner, former partner, boss, toxic, ex, ancestor. See what comes through. And last question to ask yourself is, what is actually true for me now? What is actually true? What is your truth? Coming back to, what is your core values of integrity, truth, trust, honesty, humility? When you clear the fog at the end of the day, who are you really? What is your truth? So what we're trying to do here is to separate intuition, which is Pisces, from illusion. That's the shadow of Pisces. Desires, Pisces, distraction, shadow. And then, of course, what is your truth at the end of the day when you, behind closed doors, no shit, no kidding, what is your truth versus fear, which is false evidence appearing real, and it's not really true. However, trust me, if anybody gets it, I was addicted to fear for my whole marriage. So go ahead, take another deep inhale, inhale deep. And exhale. Open your eyes. I just want to welcome Runes of Kaizen. Thank you for showing up. This is just a reminder, I don't do runes readings on this channel anymore. Got to go to Liberating Your Soul to see my weekly runes readings. And I now have a Substack, just so you know. I have extended runes readings and tarot readings now for those who join my paid Substack subscriber base for only $8 a month. $8 a month to help develop your intuition. Since we're talking about that right now, it's perfect timing to mention that. So go to magdalenagrace.com and sign up for my paid subscriber of Substack, not the free version. So now what I want you to do, and this is going to be your homework because I wanted to keep this short. This is your marching orders. This is what I did in the workshop in the masterclass that you can still sign up for at magdalenagrace.com for only $11. So in one column, say, I am keeping what is aligned for me, what nourishes me or feeds my soul. What is aligned for me, what nourishes me or feeds my soul. Releasing is the second column. What is complete? What's done? El fine. What or who drains me? What or who or what? I said what or who drains you? Sorry. What no longer matches who I am becoming? What no longer matches who I'm becoming? Remember, Virgo is embodying your truth in the 3D, in the ground, in your body, not just an idea, not just a dream, not just a hocus pocus wish. Okay. So I want you to have the, what am I keeping? What am I releasing? And then the last thing, your homework, your marching orders is, what do you want in the next 6 months? In health, wealth, relationships. And again, that's why I'm streaming on Healthy and Wealthy and Wise. I'll still stream on this channel, just not nearly as much as on the other one. What do you want in the next 6 months? When you're clear, you're grounded, you're centered, you've released on the full moon, you're calling in health, wealth, relationships. Write down what is it that you want in those 3 categories. Save it. Create a mantra. The mantra I gave to the class today was, I am consciously creating blank for the next 6 months. You could even write on or before February 27th or 28th, whenever you watch this, I am consciously creating blank in health, wealth, and relationships. So I hope this was helpful. What do you want? Even though I know this is harvest season, we're always in harvest season. You've got to be open to receive. And even what you plant now is going to impact you through February and March of next year. That's how the astrology works: as above, so below, as within, so without. So again, comment below, what are you going to harvest? What are you planning? What do you want for the next 6 months in health, wealth, and relationship? And again, if you want to jump on my Substack paid subscriber and get more readings and more access to me, as well as the class, that recording that's up till noon on Saturday, go to magdalenagrace.com. Best $11 you could spend. Why not finish 2026 stronger than you started? Now that we're moving out of Pisces Virgo axis, a lot of that escapism, a lot of that dreamy, foggy lack of clarity, chaos, and confusion is because of the astrology, and what's obviously going on inside of us is being reflected out in the 3D. So we want to let go of that chaos and that confusion, come to clarity, get unstuck, and take action and embody your birthright of abundance. I truly believe that for all of you, calling in your best health, your best wealth, your best relationships. And until next time, I just wish you an amazing season, amazing harvest, and may you have an amazing, amazing full moon. Bye-bye for now.